All right. We are live, baby. Hi.
I brought some Diet Coke. I was left over from my party last night.
There we go, guys. Diet Coke.
Diet Cokes.
They drank all the regular
Diet Coke.
Sorry.
All right, guys.
Megan, James, this is Gabby with us.
What's up, James?
This is Seth.
Hi.
My guitar singer.
That's right.
Morgan?
Great
And
description.
Marilyn is somewhere.
I think we saw her on the phone.
Wander?
Yeah. I don't know. It's dark.
Wait, she went outside?
If it's her, she's on the phone.
Whoa, an ad plays before we go live? That's weird. That doesn't seem right.
All right. Morgan, do you want to say hey?
Hey, everybody! What?
Hey.
Hello, and welcome to the Paul and Morgan Show.
The Paul and Morgan Show.
This is good, guys. This is good.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Paul is here, but he is behind the camera right now. Paul, you can come forward. Look, I'm watching myself right now. This is strange. Paul's still not in the picture. Oh wait, now he is.
Can we see him? We can see him.
Yeah, there we go.
Paul made it.
Okay, Paul, you can't stay there because you're in my way.
Do we want Apple to be so?
Oh no.
I mean, it's okay.
No, it doesn't matter. Right? It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
They can sue you.
It matters.
Post-it note over.
Do you have a post-it note?
I don't think we'll get arrested.
You won't get arrested. You'll just get sued for lots of money.
Sued. You
Can we
too.
put this over?
I didn't want that'd be crazy.
Well guys, this is our first ever worship thingy-majigger. I've got my sister here, my sister's husband, my brother-in-law, who's also my sister's husband,
That's right.
my two lovely friends, Gabby and Marilyn, and Paul, and this is Seth.
Hi.
I can't remember if I've
Paul.
introduced
Seth.
you. Okay, cool.
Water.
I'm just watching your all's chat. I'm looking at your all's chat right now. So yeah, guys, we're gonna worship tonight. Who knows what it's gonna be like? I don't know.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We have not practiced. Seth just got here and literally plugged in his guitar, and then we went live. So yay.
Let's rock.
But that's always how we do it. We
Yeah,
never
that's
practice.
accurate.
So, all right, let's do this, guys. I'm gonna pray really fast, and then we'll go. But you can keep playing. Heavenly Father, thank you for tonight. Thank you for this YouTube channel, this platform that we have to just lift your name up. God, I pray that you would come tonight. You would come into this room specifically, but every single person that is watching this, Father, I pray that you would step into their room. You would step into their hearts. You would be present.
Yeah.
We invite you, Father, to show up. Thank you, Dad, for loving us, for being here. Our hearts are yours, Lord. It's in your Son's name that I pray. Amen.
soul must sing. Wonderful, so wonderful is your unfailing love. Your cross has spoken mercy over me. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, no heart can fully know how glorious, how beautiful you are. Beautiful one I love, beautiful one I adore, beautiful one my soul must sing. Oh, beautiful one I love, beautiful one I adore, beautiful one my soul must sing. You're powerful, so powerful, your glory fills the skies, your mighty works displayed for all to see. The beauty of your majesty awakes my heart to sing. How marvelous, how wonderful you are. Beautiful one I love, beautiful one I adore, beautiful one my soul must sing. Yeah, beautiful one I love, beautiful one I adore, beautiful one my soul must sing. You open my eyes to your wonders anew. You've captured my heart with this love, 'cause nothing on earth is as beautiful as you. You open my eyes to your wonders anew. You captured my heart with this love, 'cause nothing on earth is as beautiful as you. No. Yeah. You open my eyes to your wonders anew. You've captured my heart with this love, 'cause nothing on earth is as beautiful as you. Oh, beautiful one I love, beautiful one I adore, beautiful one my soul must sing. Yeah, beautiful one I love, beautiful one I adore, oh, beautiful one my soul must sing. Beautiful one I love, beautiful one I adore, beautiful one my soul must sing. You open my eyes to your wonders anew. You've captured my heart with this love, 'cause nothing on earth is as beautiful as you, Jesus. You open my eyes to your wonders anew. You've captured my heart with this love, 'cause nothing on earth is as beautiful as you. Yeah. Beautiful one I love, beautiful one I adore, beautiful one my soul must sing. You're worthy. so much better your way. Beautiful one, my soul will sing to you through all of my days. Sing of your goodness and mercy, such kindness. We adore you, we adore you, we adore you. My eyes are set on 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 you. We see you. My eyes are set on you. I behold you. My eyes are set on you. Yes, you know me. My eyes are set on you. You love, you love. My eyes are set on you. When I thought I lost me, you knew where I left me. You reintroduced me to your love. You picked up all my pieces, you put me back together. You are the defender of my heart. lifting my load. Oh, you're lifting my load. 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 Yeah, you're lifting my load. You're lifting my load. You're lifting my load. Here it goes now. You're lifting my load. Oh, you're lifting my load. You're lifting my load. You're lifting my load. We'll take a moment to remember who God is and who I am. There you go, lifting my load again. We'll take a moment to remember who God is and who I am. There you go, lifting my load again. We'll take a moment to remember who God is and who I am. There you go, lifting my load again. Take a moment. We'll take a moment to remember who God is and who I am. There you go, lifting my load again. No longer am I held by the yoke of this world. Come up under the yoke of Jesus. His yoke is easy, his burden is so light. No longer am I held by the yoke of this world. Come up under the yoke of Jesus. His yoke is easy, his burden is so light. So light, yeah. Yeah, your burden is so light. Your burden is so light.
No heaviness, no heaviness, no heavy can hold me down. 'Cause you're coming, you're coming, you're coming, you're saving now. Yeah. No heaviness, no heaviness, no heaviness can hold me down.
Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. My Jesus, 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 oh, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, 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 you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus,
Silence fear,
oh, Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, your name is a You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. You silence fear. Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. You silence fear. You calm the storm, and you tell me I can do the same. I see you walking on water.
Who puts me back on my feet?
Thank you, Father.
It's God who lifts me up when I am weak. All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours.
Belongs to you.
All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours.
My life now.
All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours.
My heart.
All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's
Belongs
yours.
to you, my love.
All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. All of the glory, all of the glory, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. Oh, it's all yours. You deserve it all.
Oh, you are worthy of it all. You are worthy of it all. For from you are all things, and to you are all things. Oh, you deserve the glory. You are worthy of it all. You are worthy of it all. For
surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you.
Wrap your arms around me.
It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you.
You never let me go, no, no. Cradle me in love, cradle me in goodness, clothe me in righteousness. Say that I am yours, you'll never let me go.
For anyone who's watching us live or is in this room right now, I just want to say that whatever you're dealing with, whatever heaviness is on you, whatever dark, sad thing is bothering you, the Lord is waiting for you to just throw it up to Him. Throw it up to Him. I've been learning that the way we are called to wage our war against the spiritual battle going on in our lives is by worship. Whether that's in prayer, whether that's in reading the Word, and whether that's right now, singing and playing instruments and dancing. There's power in worship. You have the power and the authority to crush your enemies, to stomp on your enemies, to stomp on the things that are trying to bring you down. You have the authority to crush every single thing that tries to hold you down. You can tell them no. And we're called to walk in that authority every single day.
That's right.
To know who we are and whose we are. My little sister says, you really start living life once you know who you are and who made you. And that's so true. Know who you are in your Father.
You made a way for me to enter the holy place. Yeah, you made a way for me to enter the holy place. Oh, you made a way for me to enter the holy place, right here with you now. You made a way for me to enter the holy place. blood to enter this holy place. Oh, I am yours, and you are mine, and we'll be together forever. 'Cause I am yours, oh my love, you are mine, and we'll be together forever. Thank you, Jesus, that you made a way for me to enter the holy place. I'm home now, 'cause you made a way for me to enter the holy place. I am yours, you are mine, and we'll be together forever. I am yours, you are mine, and we'll be together forever.
Break by break and praise by praise, you're making my heart your resting place. Ooh. Break by break and praise by praise, you're making my heart your resting place. Break by break and praise by praise, you're making my heart your resting place. Break by break and praise by praise, you're making my heart your resting place. Break by break and praise by praise, you're making my heart your resting place. Break by break and praise by praise, you're making my heart your resting
Bless your name, bless your name. The more I seek you, the more I find you, and the more I find you, the more I love you. The more I seek you, the more I find you, and the more I find you, the more I love you. I wanna sit at your feet, drink from the cup in your hands, lay back against you and breathe, feel your heartbeat. 'Cause this love is so deep, it's more than I can stand, and I'm melting your peace, it's overwhelming. I want so deep, it's more than I can stand. I'm melting your peace, it's overwhelming. The more I seek you, the more I find you. And the more I find you, the more I love you. What love you have lavished on me. What love, what love. What love you have lavished on me. know that your eyes are like flames of fire. I know that your hair is white as wool, and I know that your voice, it sounds like water. Oh Jesus, you're beautiful. Lord, I know that your eyes are like flames of fire. I know that your hair is white as wool, and I know that your voice, it sounds like water. Oh Jesus, you're beautiful. Lord, I know that your eyes are like flames of fire. I know that your hair is white as wool, and I know that your voice, it sounds like water. Oh Jesus, you're beautiful. Lord, I know that your eyes are like flames of fire. I know that your hair is white as wool, and I know that your voice, it sounds like water. Oh Jesus, you're beautiful. Jesus, you're beautiful. And you're the kindest person I've ever met. Yes, you are. My help comes from the Lord. I lift my eyes up. My help comes from the Lord. I lift my eyes up. My help comes from you, Lord. Is better than life. Your love is better than life. Your love is better than life. Your love is better. Yeah. Your love is better than life. Your love is better than life. Your love is better than life. Your love is better. Yeah. Your love is better than life. Your love is better than life. Your love is better than life. Your love is better. Yeah. everything. Nothing else will do. Just you, just you, just you.
than me. Every single thing I need, fight my wars and so much more. You are my king. You have given me everything I need to win my wars and so much more. You are my king.
It's nice to know I'm not alone. I have a home here in your arms. It's nice to know I'm not alone. I have a home here in your arms. It's nice to know I'm not alone. I have a home here in your arms. It's nice to know I'm not alone. I have a home here in your arms. It's nice to know I'm not alone. No, I have a home Better is one day in your woods. Better is one day in your house. Better is one day in your courts than 1,000 elsewhere. Oh, better is one day in your courts. Better is one day in your house. Better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Better is one day in your courts. Better is one day in your house. Better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Better is one day in your courts. Better is one day in your house. Better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Better is one day. 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 Yeah, better is one day. Faithful you are. Faithful forever you will be. Faithful you are. Yes, you are. All your promises are yes and amen. All your promises are yes and amen. Faithful you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Faithful forever you will be. Faithful you are. All your promises are yes and amen. All your promises are yes and amen. All your promises are yes and amen. I will rest in your promises. My confidence is your faithfulness. I will rest in your promises. My confidence is your faithfulness. I will rest in your promises. My confidence is your faithfulness. I will rest in your promises. My confidence is you, Jesus. It's your faithfulness. We're singing faithful. You are faithful forever. You will be faithful. You are. Yes, you are. All your promises are yes and amen. All your promises, they are yes and amen. Every last one. Every last one. What you speak is true. You don't speak in vain. Gonna do what you said you're gonna do. You're gonna do what you said you're gonna do. Yeah. You're gonna do what you said you're gonna do. I believe it. I believe it. You're gonna do what you said you're gonna do. Yeah. You're gonna do what you said you're gonna do, Lord. You're gonna do what you said you're gonna do now. Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
Amen.
Amen. Praise God. Hi, YouTube.
Gabby.
The internets.
The interwebs.
Webs.
We did it.
We did it.
That's so good.
I can't believe it. I'm on the Paulandmorganshow.
You're on the Paulandmorganshow.
I made it.
You made it, Seth. Finally. What the
I
heck?
know. It's been a while.
It's been a long time coming. Come on, Polly, get in here.
Oh, I need to grab my freaking. Oh no.
Your what?
My gear.
Your what?
My gear.
Your gear?
My fit. You know what I'm saying?
Fit? Oh!
Ooh, you didn't notice when I walked in, did
Oh
you?
my goodness, dude, get back in here. So Marilyn was showing me some of the comments and the conversation going on during worship, and it was really cool. I have not seen that kind of bonding, faith bonding, on our channel since what I was looking at while you guys were worshiping. Right, Marilyn? Any other thoughts on that?
Is there any, should we do like a little Q&A that all of us can be in?
Sure.
Goodness, a Q&A? I feel like we need to flip this around then.
Yeah, we definitely do.
How do we?
Someone said, don't ever end.
Don't ever end.
My hand gets tired though. Bar cords hurt. Look at my purple on my fingertips.
Purple fingertips?
Yeah. It's all the blood. We're still alive?
Oh, we could just flip this around,
We're
right?
definitely still alive.
We're still alive.
Yeah, can you flip it to
Is
like,
that,
here's
is that us?
Yeah, this is us. So it's not funny.
I don't do YouTube.
There you go.
I don't know the YouTubes.
There you go.
How is this? Ooh.
Hi. Someone said hi.
Come on, guys, don't be shy. Get over here. Friendship group answering questions.
This
I
is
feel like
nice.
I'm too high up.
Take a chair. Take a seat. Yeah.
Alright, guys.
There we go.
In this video.
Time to
Tashi, come
get
in here.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
personal.
Let's get personal.
Get over here.
Shirts off.
Get over here.
I slowly just start
Paul has very even
here.
teeth. Even teeth.
Yes, he does.
Thank
That's
you.
nice.
So, guys. What?
She keeps rotating.
Yeah,
I just keep
that seat is
Yes.
that seat is notorious.
Introductions. Okay, everyone introduce yourself. Starting with Seth. Go.
Hi, I'm Seth. I'm Paul and Morgan's friend. What else do I say about myself? What do I do? I'm what do I say?
What do you
I'm
do?
with, shout out to Brothers and Sisters Worship Collective. Shout out to Treehouse Ministries. What else? Shout out to Dwelling Church. We all go to Dwelling, right? Yeah,
Yes.
that's good.
Oh, well, we don't all go to Dwelling.
No,
We
most of
do
us.
back here now.
Seth, are you single?
I am.
Hey,
Hi.
come on.
Oh, Seth, are you single?
Hello.
That's an interesting question, Paul.
We got a lot of high Seths on the feed.
Hi, everyone who said hi to
Seth, do you
me.
have an education?
I do have an education. I'm educated.
Good, good. I can tell. Let's move on around. Gabby, you're next.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I am
Oh.
Morgan's best friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
so sweet, adorable.
Yeah, that's all.
And she is very talented. She's also a worship leader.
You are?
Yeah, at her church.
What about lead worship?
Well,
I'm just on stage.
Whatever, you could sing, girl. And we work out together.
Nice.
Except not this morning because I was too lazy.
Yeah, I went by myself. That was fun.
Sorry, Gabby.
All right,
I'm not
next. Who's next?
Hi, Marilyn.
Marilyn's here. Woo! Marilyn's awesome.
Why
You guys already know Marilyn.
Why have you said howdy?
I'm still here.
Yeah, I guess I can just leave. Everybody's in the frame. Okay, I'm
Don't touch
I'm
it,
done
babe.
touching it.
And I've got all the questioning going on right here.
Interrogations.
Natasha?
Tashi?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm Natasha, and
Woo!
I go to dwelling, so.
She goes
Yeah,
to
you do.
dwelling with us.
Word.
Asbury University.
Represent.
Yeah, and Asbury. Seth goes to Asbury
pretty
too.
school.
Yes,
Did
I
you say
do.
that?
No, I forgot to say that.
Wow.
My bad.
You just didn't want people to know.
Probably.
You guys should sing Oceans.
Listen, maybe next time. Okay, guys, let's do a 5-minute question
Sorry.
You're good.
round. So if you have any questions for any of us,
What?
ask them.
What denominations are you, Seth?
What denomination? I
Non-denominational.
non-denominational, but that's kind of a denomination now. So
No, no.
Jesus.
Jesus denomination. Woo!
The whole Bible.
Amen to that.
I go to Church of Christ, but I'm.
Jesus denomination?
I grew up in the Salvation Army, but also Jesus denomination.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Tight.
No denomination.
You guys know, Morgan and I would say we're non-denominational.
Oh, someone says the girl in the back
I-
middle is cute.
Whoa!
Hey! Whoa! Easy!
Got him.
Easy.
She has
Gabby has
a boyfriend.
a boyfriend. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I'm just gonna block this person. Okay, there we go. Lovely.
Seth is it's getting a little warm in here.
Tell us about how to. Oh wait, no. Wait, what am I saying? What kind of question is that? I mean, it's a great question. Lexi thinks Seth is cute.
Wow, okay.
That's like I'll troll later.
Don't know what to do with that.
Um,
Terrible. Where's Michael? Michael's at work.
He should have been here.
Yeah.
I don't know where. I think Michael's working.
Stinker. Come on, guys. Ask some good questions.
Do any of you play instruments? That's a good one.
Oh, well, Seth does not.
Wait, what? Oh, sorry, I was reading. I can't like read and talk at the same time.
What instruments do you play?
What
Seth?
instruments do I play? My first instrument was saxophone. I do jazz sax, and I do piano, guitar, drums, singing.
And,
Everything.
yes, Seth also raps, right?
Yes.
He raps, and you
I
got
like
some
rap.
of your stuff on
Nice.
Instagram? You do. You have a little bit
There's
of.
a SoundCloud, right?
You have SoundCloud.
I do have SoundCloud. I think I forgot the name of it though. It's been so long since
Well,
I put something up on SoundCloud.
I'm pretty sure he puts up some sneak peeks on his Instagram,
Yes.
so you should go follow him.
Yeah.
Stop Seth. That's
That's
it. That's it.
Stop
That's it.
underscore Seth.
Stop underscore.
Stop underscore Seth.
Stop, Seth. Jeez.
People are always telling me to stop because I'm really funny.
No, that's not why.
Give us a rap, Seth. Can you rap for us?
Huh?
Ooh. On the spot.
Oh, wait a minute.
Boots and cats. No, boots and cats.
Go to my Instagram.
Hey, so oh my gosh.
I don't like rapping on the
Just say
spot.
Shed it on.
Oh, yeah, it does shit. But
Yeah, don't do that.
no, but
Man,
I
so
was
many
read
questions.
that.
I can't keep up with those
Wait.
questions.
One word to describe the season of life each of you are in right now.
Oh, that's a good question.
All right, Natasha. One
Describe
word.
our
Yeah, I
season of
mean-
Oh, one word?
One
Yeah.
word.
To describe
Probably
the
a transitional season. I'm a senior in college, so I'm hopefully transitioning to get my master's in counseling, and
Nice.
so there's a lot
That's really cool.
to do that. So just a transition season from college into graduate school, and you know, being an adult.
Ah, yes, being an adult.
Yep.
Paul, what's one word for you?
As I was worshiping, I was feeling kind of frustrated. I mean, it was good. it was great, but it was I was feeling frustrated and just kind of confused with certain aspects of faith in my devotional time, but I am able to just choose to believe and I'm not going into a funk. I'm not going into doubt. It's just like I'm going to press into the Lord, and I'm just going to choose to believe, and He's going to refine me in this season.
So what's the word?
Refinement and belief.
Hey, only one word. Anyone else got one word? Because I definitely do not have one word.
So mine's probably stillness. Right now, I'm in a I'm currently unemployed, but I mean, obviously how it happened sucked, but the Lord's really just had me in this like still place, and I'm not a very patient person, and you always think you're patient until you have to be patient, and then you realize how impatient you are, and then I've just been kind of in this learning patience season, so it's been stillness, learning to rest and know that doing nothing doesn't mean I'm doing nothing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, dang it. That's why it's not working.
What?
I'm trying to block people, but I can't. 'Cause I'm blocking. I'm not on our actual channel.
That's good, Gabby.
So I'm waiting for the right opportunity, so
I can relate to that.
very patient.
Yeah. Marilyn, you got anything?
I'd say one word: growth. I think I'm a senior, but I'll graduate next December, so I still be like a super duper extra super senior. And there's like new opportunities are coming, and so it's exciting, but also I would really like to be an adult and not be in school anymore. And so just kind of the frustration of, I know I'm in a good spot and like there's a purpose and I am growing through this, but I also like to get to that next stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seth, I want to hear from you. Go.
One word? Phew, man. One word. I would say one word to describe this past season of my life is resurrected. I feel like the Lord has been giving me so much newness in the midst of all of like life's chaos and like a lot of pain and struggles that can happen in relationships and, you know, school and all kinds of like emotional, mental turmoil that goes on. The benefit of being a born again believer is that your life has this one constant, and his name is Jesus, and he never leaves, he never changes. Yeah. And I mean, that just provides me with so much joy and peace in the midst of frustrations. It's like, it's just crazy. Like I wouldn't trade what I have right now for anything. So resurrection, new life, man.
Yeah.
It's worth having.
It's good. Morgan, go.
Fitness.
Fitness.
That's
your
something.
one word.
No. Discipline.
Good word.
Fitness goes into that, but just trying to learn how to be more disciplined in my day-to-day life and in my prayer life, and yeah, that. Anything else?
I like that. That was good, you guys.
That was good.
I liked hearing each of yours. Sorry mine was so depressing.
No, honestly, I was feeling that same frustration in worship too. So you're definitely not alone. I think that it's that wrestling. That's good. I mean, Jacob wrestled with Angel, so it's kind of like wrestling's not always bad.
For everyone who can definitely not hear Gabby, she's saying great things. Wrestling is good.
Frustration is good. Tension is good. There's a worship leader everyone knows Jonathan David Helzer, and
I
he was,
love the Helsers.
he was.
They're
They were
winners, man.
speaking at my church back home, because they come every summer, and Melissa and him were talking about tension, and how every instrument requires tension to be played, and without the tension, the instrument just sounds like crap. So we need tension to play this like song of our lives. So tension is good.
I love that.
We need it.
Yeah, that's good.
Don't
Amen.
reject it.
Okay, college students, any advice for keeping God in the picture while studying for finals?
While studying for finals.
Yeah, if you've got, I guess I'm a really big picture person, not really so keen on the details. So pretty much when I'm studying for finals, which is such a detailed thing to like really like this one class, getting a good grade on this one final, I like to think about the big parts to it. So this final isn't just this final, but once I take this final, it affects my class, which is affecting my, my college education, and it's going to eventually be a part of God's kingdom and what I'm going to do for him. It's going to influence that. So if I've got the big picture in mind, which is that I'm a citizen of the kingdom of heaven, and that I'm constantly chasing after him, and that my education is going to help me in that, then I can do everything in that, all the studying and the trusting in him. I can do all of that in joy and not in frustration.
The Sonic coming up on this.
I can do that in joy rather than frustration. In joy that it's going to be for him. But even I guess when that joy fades and you just start getting stressed and stuff, I would say just take time to rest and take time to like really just focus on him, whether it's like 30 minutes break or something like that. You don't need to kill yourself while you're studying for finals. I just really disagree with people who study for like 9 hours at a time. Just take a break if you need to. Focus on yourself, your self-health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Good advice. Hit us with another one, Morgan. We're on a roll.
I think, alright guys, one more question.
Woo!
So send us a good one. And then we are out of
I wanna
here.
read these. Better out than in. I'm ready.
Wow.
Thank you, whoever said that. Appreciate that.
Jessica Matt.
I just saw something quickly, but like it won't be the question, but it just asked about like the translation you use of the Bible app. And there are tons of translations, but I quickly want to shout out to the Passion Translation that just came out. It's the New Testament. It's just translated
Never
in
heard of
the New Testament right now. Yeah, Passion Translation.
Yeah, the passion. Yeah.
And
Wow.
it's
That's good.
very good. So it's like it's TPT when you look at the little abbreviated things on the Bible app.
The
but
Passion Translation.
yeah, it's the Passion Translation, and it's brilliant. So
Wow.
tag into that. Yeah,
I like
you
it.
wanna do
The Passion Translation. I may have to check that one out.
Somebody totally agrees with you.
Thank you.
Nice.
Good job.
TPT.
TPT. I'm gonna look at that.
Yeah.
Good. It's good. Good stuff.
That could be a very long
They did
question.
the New Testament, and Psalms and Proverbs, I think.
They just released Isaiah.
Oh, did they?
This is like a new
And it's my
television
favorite
series.
book, so I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah,
It's like
he's.
Netflix of the Bible.
It takes time to translate.
It takes
a
time to
Bible.
translate.
I'm gonna binge read.
He's working on it. Yeah.
I'm gonna binge read the Passion.
No,
Do it.
Song of Songs is like my favorite. in
Yeah,
the
he's
Passion.
done that one too. Yeah,
So good.
it's very good. It's very poetic.
I'm not seeing really any good, great questions.
Why'd you say not to lean on this?
Because look at the screws. It's literally like gonna fall off and nail us in the head, and it's gonna hurt so bad.
about just the Java cat?
The what?
Java cat.
How do you stay bold in the face of unbelievers?
Good one. Thank you for the question, Tiffany.
That's a good one.
Who's got an answer for that one? Sorry for bumping you.
No, you're totally okay.
How do you stay bold?
It's very challenging to, for us to receive a bunch of negative comments and stuff, and people saying how crazy we are, naive, or stupid, or other terrible, really mean, nasty things that I will not repeat. And sometimes I tend to let those comments get to me more than the uplifting and positive comments that we get. And so I've had to really remember why we started this channel. I've had to remember how much God has carried me through my life. It's just you constantly have to remind yourself of what God has done in your life for you. And that is so much bigger and better than anything an unbeliever can say or do to you.
Yeah.
The Lord is so good, and that's.
I have some of the feedback on that.
Talk loud.
Like what she's saying, with your testimony, as much as people want to be able to argue, you can't argue someone's testimony. You can't argue something that someone has experienced with God. So in those moments, I think, where hope is kind of dwindling and maybe you feel like someone else's unbelief might be rubbing off, the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony, that's what overcomes the enemy, and the enemy would love for you to not believe. So when you feel that way, when you feel like, you're not 100%, or someone's affecting you, all of their stuff is just kind of sliming you a little bit, I think going back to what Morgan's saying, remember every promise, remember every breakthrough, remember every healing, every miracle, every testimony, every time you witness something, ask Holy Spirit to bring that back to mind, and He totally will, the Father will do that. He wants you to remember. There's a reason, your testimony is literally half of the equation to defeating the work of the enemy. It's half of it.
Yeah.
There's a reason, your story is a huge part. Your story is so important. And, my gosh, I've come across so many people that, have so much unbelief. It's insane to me almost how people can really not believe at all, But just releasing your testimony, releasing God's faithfulness and God's heart. People just need an encounter with His love, and that brings hope. And hope is that seed that plants, or that sprouts that belief. Hope is where it starts. So if people can have hope, well, maybe He is good, maybe He does love me, maybe He is for me. I think that I don't know, I'm saying a lot of things, but be bold in sharing His heart, and He'll do the rest.
I think to add on to that too is that when you're asking I think it was the way you phrased it that struck me, or how do you stay bold in the face of unbelievers? And I just think that when we're trying to do things out of our own strength, it's really hard and can sometimes come off, I think a lot of the times it's why Christians come off judgmental and things like that, because we're trying to hold on to something so strongly that we almost are trying to change the way things happen by our own strength. And so I think if you're trying to be in a room of unbelievers, as it says in the Bible, we are the light. So if you're in a room of unbelievers, just your being is going to shine into their lives. You know what I mean? So as much as it is something that you are and you do, it's more so who you are. And so I think all you have to do to have an influence on unbelievers' lives is really just continue to be a believer, continue to chase after the Lord, continue to spend time with him and love on him, and his love will impact your heart so much that everything you do will be out of his love. Everything you are is out of his love. And then they can't help but ask, like, where is this coming from? Why are you the way you are? I had this kid in high school once. He didn't know I was a believer or anything like that, but he was like, why are you so nice to everyone? He thought I was high because I was smiling and laughing so much. But I was just like, honestly, like, I'm a Christian or whatever, and I love Jesus. And he was just like, oh my gosh, I've never met, like, Christians who, like, they're all judgmental or whatever. And he was like, but you seem like you really love people. And I just thought that was, like, so nice. It wasn't even anything I intentionally tried to do. It was just a love. You know what I mean? So just chase after God, and I promise he'll do the rest when it comes to those things.
Yeah, and when you're just being your authentic self, your relationship with the Lord is going to pour out, and people are probably going to be noticing that you don't even realize they're noticing. And you're affecting people even if you don't realize it. So don't be too hard on yourself.
Good word.
Are we done?
Uh-huh.
Word up.
All right, hey, we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I love seeing your all's comments and questions. Marilyn was showing them to me. Hey, Seth and Morgan, you guys were awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for volunteering your time and skills
You're welcome.
for the P&M Fam, baby. Woo! You guys have a good rest of your night. Hey, we're for you all. Let us know if there's anything we can do. Follow these guys on Instagram. Stop, Seth.
Natasha Bate, 97.
Marilyn Holder. Gabrielle _Stein.
Nice.
I know one's
Nailed
gonna
it.
hear yours. Oh shoot, no,
Nailed
it's
it.
Gabrielle.Stein.
Oh.
Hey, you guys have a good rest of your night. We'll catch you again very soon.
Bye.
See
Love
ya.
you guys.
Love you.